Hi, welcome back. We're going to talk about hiking equipment and hiking safety today. Whether you have kids with you, or a partner, or you go solo, there's something for everybody. So the first thing we're going to talk about is what are we going to bring with us? I have several backpacks. This is my favorite backpack. It's got lots of pockets that zip so I don't lose things. I have a compass on it. I always have some kind of map. You can download all trails maps. You can get paper maps, but a backpack is a must to hold all my stuff. So what goes in my backpack? Well, we're going to start with safety equipment. So the first thing I'm going to have with me is a flashlight, because if I am going late in the afternoon and the sun kind of creeps down on me for some reason, I want to be able to see the trail. So I carry a little flashlight in one of my zippers, and then I have a headlamp just in case I need my hands. Another thing I like to carry with me is pepper spray, bear spray. You just never know. If I'm in bear country or coyote country, I want to make sure I have some sort of protection. If I'm in the city, I want to have some sort of protection. So the one thing, if it's windy, these will do you no good. You have to use your head and be aware of your surroundings. So many times I see people with headphones on and just not paying attention, and you should be aware of your surroundings. If you're listening to music, take an earpiece out. You never know when someone's coming up behind you, if there's animals in the region. Just be aware of your surroundings and keep yourself safe. Another thing I always have is sunscreen and chapstick, just protection from the sun, especially when you're at altitude. If you're up in the mountains, the sun is more intense, so make sure you're protecting yourself. Some bug spray that's easy to carry. That is nice. A bear bell. I haven't really used this, as you can tell. It's still kind of wrapped up, but you never know, just in case. I also carry a whistle, the SOS. If, say, you fall, you roll an ankle, you're by yourself, you can at least whistle and maybe somebody will hear you on the trail. Another good thing to know is if you're hiking by yourself, take those trails that are more populated, that people are going to do. That way, if anything does happen, that you can, someone's going to pass you. Stick to the trail and don't go off. And always let someone know where you're at. Those are really good just hiking tips for safety. Carry a first aid kit. If you don't need it, someone else might, and you'll be able to help them. So these are all very inexpensive things that can fit in your backpack. This has everything that I would need for safety wise. So that is the safety portion. Now for what am I going to wear? Well, I'm going to dress for weather. If it's cooler, I'm going to wear layers. I don't like wearing bulky coats when I hike. I just find them really constrictive and I get overheated. So I'm going to dress in layers. I'm going to start with a t-shirt, long sleeve shirt, and a hoodie. When I'm hiking in the snow, that's pretty much what I have on. The other thing I always have with me is a rain jacket. When I went hiking in the Smokies, in Kentucky in the summer, it rains hard. And so this is a must for me, because if you're wet and the weather gets cold, that is no fun. So a rain jacket always is in my backpack. A hat to block out the sun, and then footwear is really important. I don't like heavy shoes. If I'm on a long hike going, for a good hike for me is 6 to 8 miles. Heavy shoes just wear you down. And so I like lightweight. These are made by Columbia footwear, and they are nice. They're light. They're water repellent. And they have worn very well. I've had these for 3 years, and the tread is still good on them. So you want to have good footing. In the wintertime, I always have gloves and ear warmers, because if I wear a hood, I just get overheated, and I don't want to get overheated. And I just carry those in the fall, the spring, and the winter. And then in wintertime, I don't let the weather get too much of my outdoor time from me. So here there's a lot of people on the trails. The snow gets packed down pretty quick. And so I like to carry ice grippers with me. And that way I don't have to worry about slipping and falling on the ice. These are well made. I have never fallen while I've had these on. They go on real easy on the bottom of your boots, and it will keep your footing safe. Another thing I like to bring is my poles. I have walking poles that they fold up and they just fit in this nice pouch, and I can either carry it or I can leave the pouch in the car and just fold up my sticks, my poles, but they adjust to different heights. And also with these is at the end, these come off and you can use them as snow poles. So if you like snowshoeing and stuff, you can take these rubber ends off, and there's spikes on the bottom, and they will help you keep your footing. Some people like their hands free, but another thing I like about the poles is I can test for loose rocks. I can shoo a little snake away if there's a snake on the trail. And so that just kind of is, if there's a coyote or something like that, then I have something that can put some distance between me and a wildlife creature that I don't want to get real close to. And then my staple is, you always want to make sure you're hydrated for hikes, whether it's wintertime, summertime. Hydrate before you go. If you're in the mountains, it's even more important, because hydration will help with any altitude sickness you have. I like the metal ones because they'll keep the temperature of my water. And then I have another bigger one that I'll have in the car for when I'm done. So make sure you have plenty of hydration. Another thing I like to do is bring some snacks with me. I'll bring protein bars, Cliff Bars, trail mix, some kind of protein and a good carb. Bananas are something really good to eat before you head out, especially if you're sweating. It'll keep your potassium level up, and they're good energy. And just be aware of your surroundings. I like to hike slow because, number one, I'm looking for wildlife. Now, a lot of times I'll bring my big camera with me and my zoom lens, and I like to take pictures of the wildlife. I like to look at the overlook. So I take my time, and I'm just loving the surroundings. That's why I come outside, so that I can enjoy it. It's not a race. I go at my own pace, and you should go at your own pace. When I went hiking in the Smokies a few years ago, I kind of did a little self-training before I went, because you're hiking to a lot of waterfalls, and so a lot of elevations involved. So I practiced at here in Colorado, which we do have the Rockies, but you can't go up, you could, but I don't go up way high at 10,000 feet in the winter. I kind of stay closer to the Front Range. So, I went and did like the 7,000 foot trails and stuff like that. So I just know your limits, be prepared, check the weather, dress in layers, and above all, have a great time enjoying the outdoors. We'll catch you next time. All right, now that we're all packed and ready, we can't let this beautiful day get away from us. Let's go hiking. It's a beautiful day for a hike. 70 degrees in Denver in November is not usual, so we're going to take advantage of it.